The So Bros Network presents the movie podcast breaking down films and their impact on pop culture as they approach the legal drinking age. This is Drinking With. Now here's your host, Stephen McCash.
Welcome to Drinking With, the podcast where we raise a glass to the movies that have reached the legal drinking age. I'm your host, Stephen McCash of the So Bros Network, and join me as we embark on a cinematic journey through the classics of yesteryear, celebrating their 21st birthdays in style. From iconic blockbusters to hidden gems, each episode will toast to a different film that has stood the test of time and shaped a cultural landscape. So grab your favorite beverage or the one we've curated for this episode, and let's dive into the nostalgia as we explore movies that are finally old enough to join us for a drink. Now, I can't do this alone, so joining me at the bar, as always, are the two best people I can think of to stumble out of a bar after a long discussion of movies. First is the resident film critic of the So Bros Network, Mr. Brandon Vick, who's also a member of the Southeastern Film Critics Association, a board member of the Music City Films Critics Association, and most importantly, the birth giver of the Vix Flicks and the Cinema Chronicles podcast that you can hear wherever you get your podcast from, through the So Bros Network. And joining him, as always, the man behind the So Bros Network, the EIC, the glue of the brand, gin aficionado, all-around cat lover. He's got two cats now, and all-around football wordsmith, Mr. Stoney Keeley. Gentlemen, how is this fall day finding us?
Well, it still doesn't quite feel like fall here in Middle Tennessee. It's early September, and it's like we're in that fake fall category where it's like we'll have a couple days where it feels nice, and then it's going to be 90 degrees again. But watching Friday Night Lights, getting into the spirit of the season is awesome, and I love it every year.
College football is already in full gear.
Football, week 0 is in the books.
Indiana undefeated.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And what a bad tumble Nick Saban took off the stage.
Oh,
Oh, man.
We can't break news in the future.
No. Get to feeling better. To feeling better.
I think it was just spoiled of what film we're going to be watching this month or talking about this month. But that's fair because if you once you hit play, you already knew what you're going to listen to. So it's no big deal.
That's
but
true.
It is just that Friday Night Lights. Friday Night Lights relives the 1988 season of the Permian High School Panthers football team as they pursue a state championship while under immense pressure from their coaches, family, and their community. Friday Night Lights dives into the themes of ambition, racial tensions, and the fleeting nature of youth. I personally had not seen this movie before. I don't know why. I just put it off, and I never saw the TV show that it's based off of as well.
Yeah, me neither. I never watched the show, but I could see where that's probably like to have more time to kind of focus in on the families, the coach, the kind of town, more than just a lot of the action on field.
Who is it? Kyle Chandler plays the coach.
And like Connie Britton's in it.
Yeah.
She plays a different kind of wife.
Yeah, she does. But did Tim McGraw ever come back?
I don't think so.
He should have.
Tim McGraw was something else in this movie.
Yeah, he was.
That was the first thing I noticed was Tim McGraw.
I noticed his hair.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I noticed.
Well, he took that cowboy hat off for this.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
And now we know why he wears the cowboy hat so much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It could have been, CGI or, a wig or something. You don't know.
I don't want to start rumors, but I'm pretty sure he had some kind of like hair treatment thing. Like
maybe.
And I don't know if that was like the beginning of it or what, but I'm almost positive he ended up doing something because that man was bald.
Yeah.
He was bald.
I just want to say that I'm glad this conversation about this movie is starting where it should with Tim McGraw's hair.
It's important, but I don't think anybody, he's been in, he did that Flicka movie. He's also done the Yellowstone show, but I think this was like his first real acting.
Well, it's the first that I remember. And then of course The Blind Side was
right. And that was later, 2009. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure this was like his debut. So
maybe it's just a rule that if you're a Nashville country star and you get into acting, you have to lose your hair because look at Dwight Yoakam. He doesn't have the biggest head of hair.
That's true.
And he's a fantastic actor.
Yeah, he is.
I'm typing words I never thought I'd type into Google right now. Tim McGraw filmography.
Well, listen here. And Dwight Yoakam has co-starred with Billy Bob Thornton in Sling Blade.
Sling Blade.
That's
correct.
right. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Dwight
See?
Yoakam's got some chops.
Oh, he does.
He's worked with Clint Eastwood and David Fincher. So
Yeah.
that's impressive.
Impressive indeed.
And he also was sang Dixie.
I'll take your word
What
for
are we
that.
drinking?
That's where I was heading, because I think we need a drink after this off the rails intro already. The drink I've curated for this month for Friday Night Lights is called the Permian Panther Punch. You're going to have 2 ounces of bourbon, 1 ounce of sweet tea, a half ounce of lemon juice, half ounce of peach schnapps, and some Coke on the side here. You're going to shake the bourbon, the tea, the lemon juice, and peach schnapps with ice, strain into a highball glass filled with some fresh ice, and then top with a splash of Coke and garnish with a lemon wheel, giving you your Permian Panther Punch.
Sounds delightful.
It does indeed. It's like you said, fall is here.
Yeah.
I think this is a perfect drink to sit down, watch a little Saturday afternoon college football as we prepare for the NFL season to arrive. I think this is a good little drink to go with it.
I'm with you.
Yep.
And I have efforted Tim McGraw's filmography.
You're right.
Technically credited in a film called Black Cloud that was released before Friday Night Lights.
Never heard of it.
But Friday Night Lights earned him a nomination at the MTV Movie Awards for Best Male Breakthrough Performance.
Thank you.
I thought it was going to be Best Male Douchebag Performance.
Until we get, can we, I don't want to stall this any more than I plan on, but can we see who was nominated that year?
Well, I've already
because I would like to know what we needed. But McCash, please.
Well, the film was directed by Peter Berg, who also did Very Bad Things, The Rundown, and Hancock. I wasn't familiar that he had done Hancock.
I didn't remember that either.
Well, and now he is associated, because I'm pretty sure he did at least like 3 Mark Wahlberg movies in a row. He did Lone Survivor,
which isn't necessarily a good thing.
No, but of Wahlberg's for our filmography, these are the better ones, because Lone Survivor he did.
Okay.
I think he did, is it Deepwater? What was the oil?
Deepwater Horizon.
Yep, he did that one. And I think there's another one that he did with him that I feel like was like they're all like macho movies, but Peter Berg makes a cameo in the studio too.
Yeah. So maybe Peter Berg is actually Peter Wahlberg then.
It could be. Oh my God, they're part of the Wahlburgers, aren't they? Do you know Peter Berg? He's
yes.
I don't know if he acts anymore, but he is Mark Ruffalo's partner in Collateral.
Okay.
That's Peter Berg.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Peter Berg has done some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I named a couple.
Yeah.
The Rundown. Which
I said that.
I enjoyed The Rundown. Yeah.
That was the passing of the torch between Arnold and The Rock.
Yeah, the literal on-screen passing of the torch. Yeah. I have efforted the field for the 2005 Best Breakthrough Male
He
Performance.
Didn't win.
He did not win.
Okay. Right.
You had Tim McGraw for Friday Night Lights.
Sure.
You had Zach Braff for Garden State.
Oh, okay.
You had Freddie Highmore for Finding Neverland.
Oh, okay.
Tyler Perry for Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Jesus.
And the winner, John Heder for Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, okay.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah.
There's I don't know if Tim McGraw belongs in there, but sure.
Yeah. Alongside Tim McGraw, you had Billy Bob Thornton, who played Coach Gaines, his wife Sharon Gaines, portrayed by Connie Britton, and then a young budding cast featuring Derek Luke as Boogie Miles, who was in Antoine Fisher, Pieces of April, Notorious, the Notorious B.I.G. film. Lucas Black as Mike Winchell, who was in Cold Mountain, Sling Blade with Billy Bob Thornton, and Jarhead. Garrett Hunlin, who played Don Billingsley, who was in Inside Llewyn Davis, Four Brothers with Mark Wahlberg, and Tron Legacy.
I noticed you didn't say that Josh, what's his name? Black, right?
Who?
Lucas Black?
Lucas Black. You didn't mention he was in Tokyo Drift.
I did not. He was in several of the Fast and the Furious films. I should have just put the whole franchise down for him.
And I think here recently he's shown up in the is it the New Orleans NCIS? He's in one of those. I saw him. He has not changed a bit.
Still going, huh?
Nope. And that accent is unmistakable.
It's really weird because you would think, I mean, this was a cast of young men that were on the rise in 2004, and
Yeah.
I don't know, like I think I'm most baffled by Derek Luke, because it felt like he was
I
a really
know.
talented actor
Yeah.
Yeah.
and never seemed to really kick that career into
No.
second gear.
Movie directed by Denzel.
Yeah,
And it's
like
one.
it's like that's like Vince McMahon calling Drew McIntyre the chosen one
That's
back
right.
in the day.
But it didn't work out for him.
And it didn't work out for
But hey,
my
he
point
still got a
exactly.
chance.
Fair
and,
enough.
Derek Luke still got a chance.
And there's another one, Lee Thompson Young, who plays Chris Comer. He was in Aquila in the Bee, and he's most famously known as Jet Jackson from the famous Jet Jackson show.
Yes.
that?
I was going to say that's what I remember him from.
Yeah, that's the only thing I know him from.
I have a question, and since none of us have seen the show, I'm sure no one can answer this, but Connie Britton is in Friday Night Lights, the show.
Yes.
So my question is she playing the same person? And is Kyle Chandler playing a younger Billy Bob? Is he Coach Gaines?
No, they're none of
totally different.
They're totally different because all of the people in the film are based off real life people, because this is a true story. Whereas the show is just based on the themes of Friday Night Lights. So, she is playing the coach's wife, but it's a different character altogether.
I see. All right. So she must kill or divorce Kyle Chandler, and then becomes, because this is a Friday Night Lights cinematic universe, so it has to make sense.
Well, somebody who's used to a cinematic universe, or at least at one point was Amber Heard, who makes her film debut in Friday Night Lights as Maria, who also was in, obviously, Aquaman, The Rum Diary, Pineapple Express. And I will tell you right now,
on Johnny Depp's bed.
I don't know which character Maria was. Is Maria the one who hooks up with the quarterback at the party?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I did not recognize her at all.
I didn't recognize her either.
I didn't either. You posted something about Amber Heard, and I didn't respond because I really, truly didn't know she was in the movie.
Yeah.
So what an impact.
She's the most unforgettable actress, I think, in the history of cinema.
She's the most forgettable actress?
Yeah, because I never remember her in anything. And I know I've seen her in a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, come to think of it, I don't think I could, if you gave me Amber Heard, I don't think I could name one movie.
Do you know what?
She's in.
I just gave you 3.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying like before that, obviously, if
Gotcha.
you had asked before.
I actually do remember her in The Rum Diaries.
I only remember The Rum Diary because that's what started the whole court battle.
But I'm thinking, is it because Johnny Depp's in it? And I know that that's where they met. So I don't know if I remember her for her acting in anything.
Yeah,
same.
But same here.
But she wasn't very good in the Aquaman movies.
I don't even remember who she was in the Aquaman movies.
She just wore a green spandex thing. That's all I remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was someone's, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know her name.
Well,
but good for her. Good for her and Derek Luke. Come on, let's get these people back in it.
I gotta know what Derek Luke's doing these days. No, I'm gonna work on it.
Actually, he was a teacher in a recent movie I saw.
Really?
Yeah, he played. It was somewhat of a show. I don't know. We always do this.
Biker Boys.
Biker Boys. Ugh.
He got excited about Biker Boys there.
Hey-o.
The film was written by David Aaron Cohen and Peter Berg as well, and it's based on the book written by Buzz Bissinger. If that's not the most kick-ass fucking name ever.
Yeah, it is. Buzz Bissinger.
It's Bissinger. It should be Buzz. It should be Buzzinger, to be honest.
Yeah.
But he also wrote Shattered Glass, the 2003 film with Hayden Christensen.
That was good. Yeah.
I love that film.
Yeah, and what's Maggie Gyllenhaal's?
Yeah, that had a good little cast altogether.
It was, yeah. That was a very underappreciated, under the radar type film. It was like I think it's highly regarded now as far as like reviews and like critics anyway.
I remember seeing it when it came out and being really excited because I thought this was going to be one of those like indie films that had like a lot of award season buzz.
Yeah.
And this will be one of the first years I was in on a film before everybody else knew about it. And then it didn't turn into be that. So whatever. But yeah, we ready to talk about some money? Because that's kind of what we do here. What do we think the budget for Friday Night Lights is?
Well, Billy Bob makes $20 million a movie.
Oh boy. I can't tell
I
if
don't.
that's real or
No,
not.
no. I don't want to affect your decision on this. He does not. He
It's
did
like,
not.
I
He
didn't
did
know.
not for
I
this,
didn't know.
unless he got something way down the line. But
I'm gonna
yeah.
say it cost $32 million.
32 for Stoney
I'm gonna say 47.
and 47 for Brandon. Brandon way overshot his load. The budget for FNL was $30 million.
How about that? Yeah.
30?
30. 30.
Wow.
Yep.
I don't know what necessarily the money went to, but it was an oddly beautifully shot film at times.
Yes.
I thought like some of the cinematography in it was actually, for a football movie, it kind of felt not out of place in a bad way, but just that it kind of, I don't know, you don't typically, I haven't watched a lot of football movies that have felt like they've slowed down to take the time to really let the setting breathe, so to speak. And I think Friday Night Lights did a good job of that. I don't know who the names would have been back then that would have been requiring a lot of money, but you think about, I don't know, like some of the football scenes that they filmed where
like the games, and
they've got to go to a stadium somewhere. They've got
Yeah.
all the equipment, all the coordination, all the people in the stands and stuff like that. I don't know. I just
well, Tim
spitballing.
McGraw's in it.
Tim McGraw got 25 of that
That's
30 million.
yeah.
That hairpin was 17 mil
I'm
of
sure
it.
he wrote a song for the movie too. I'm sure he did all of it.
There was no Tim McGraw in the soundtrack or the film at all.
What?
No.
Yeah.
I think Indian Outlaw would have fit right in.
Committed.
No, just an
to the
old
role.
song too.
Yeah, just put like Down on the Farm.
Yeah, or Indian Outlaw.
Yeah.
Box office. Let's talk box office. U.S. Canada opening weekend. This film opened October 8th on over 2,600 screens. It opened alongside such classic films as Hilary Duff's Raise Your Voice, Stage Beauty, Baptist at the Barbecue, and Vodka Lemon.
I have not heard of those last two, and I wish I did. I wish I did. I'm glad they all got that October release.
Yeah.
Just to help you out, Friday Night Lights finished at number 2. It's at number 2 opening weekend, just ahead of The Forgotten, Taxi, Ladder 49, and trailing only Shark Tale.
Oh, that's right. The Shark Tale was out.
So with all that information, what do we think opening weekend box office was for Friday Night Lights?
So it got beat by a movie that's already out.
Yeah.
But it's a kid's movie, which means it could have made a ton of money the week before, and even if it took, a hit.
Yeah. I'm going to say 26 million.
I was going to say 22.
Okay, I think Stoney's cheating because Friday Night Lights brought in $25.6 million opening weekend.
So you went over.
I went over. I lost by Price is Right rules.
If it's Price is Right, yes. Its total U.S. box office was $61,255,000. Now, think of that number, 61.25. Worldwide, it did 61,950,000, meaning the international box office only brought in $695,000.
But that makes absolute sense because this movie, it's only for America.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You got some pretty niche pockets of the world that are going to see this movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the NFL does their games in London and Germany and Mexico,
but not in 2004.
Not in 2004. Touche.
There's only one kind of football they love.
I don't even know who outside of the country in 2004.
And a Texas high school football ain't it?
Was NFL Europe still happening in 2004?
It would have.
That's the XFL.
It would have been. See, I know it was going on in 2006, but I can't remember when it started.
Okay.
It didn't do any good.
So, yeah, I love that. I think so.
Couldn't even get to the 62.
No, I will say out of that 695,000, Australia brought in 404,000 of it.
Which, to be fair, is probably the closest. They have the closest sport outside of America to football and Aussie rules football. So
yeah, that's true.
Right.
Yeah, that's one where that you're counting on domestic box office because
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think there's a whole lot where like, oh, well, you know what? Wait till this releases in China.
I am shocked though at how little it did at the box office, and then that still turned into a successful TV spinoff.
That's what I was about to say. Is
Yeah.
like you would think this was like a 100, $200 million
Yeah.
movie the way that the series ran, but wasn't really the case. I don't know.
Hey, listen, MacGruber got a show.
Well, you raise an excellent point.
I mean,
Yeah.
Just saying.
McGruber probably did better at the box office. I'm not sure offhand, but
Let's not get crazy, but there's a lot. So I mean that makes sense. But here's the thing, and it's what I could see where you could kind of take that material and you have like the title Friday Night Lights. But I'll be honest, a show probably suits it better because there's not really a whole lot. Like I like Friday Night Lights, but there's not a whole lot that you can do within 2 hours of trying to kind of depict different characters to make them stand out, but then also give people what they want, which is the, helmets hitting on the field. So, I mean, to me, it's kind of like this one I like better than them trying to do like, what we saw on radio. But
Yeah.
there is still a little bit of, it still kind of shortchanges you on like, well, okay, all these kids with their dreams like abusive dad and stuff. I mean, there are a lot of cliches in this, but they're just not they're not fully played up. And the acting is well done. Even I mean, from like basically they were kids back then to Billy Bob Thornton to Tim McGraw.
Yeah.
I mean, so it makes it a little more authentic too.
let me take this moment to apologize to the cast and crew of Friday Night Lights by saying that MacGruber made more money than them. MacGruber did make more
Wow.
money internationally than Friday Night Lights did, but MacGruber worldwide gross box office was only $9.3 million
Whoa.
on a $10 million budget.
And just so people understand, I don't know about McCash, but Stoney and I are big fans of the movie.
MacGruber, I love MacGruber.
Yeah, we're not knocking that, but I am. Well, listen, that's what happens. You want to make American football story.
Yeah.
You got to deliver in the States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I bet a lot of people didn't go see it because it was in Texas, and people are like, "No, I hate Texas A&M." So
why would we care about high school football?
Exactly.
Not realizing what that means to the state of Texas.
Right.
Unnecessary Roughness is the best Texas-based football film ever, so why do I need to see this?
That's right. That's right. And this was true story was what? This was actually in the 80s, right? Isn't that what it says?
89. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember it coming up in the thing, which what I like, but here's the thing. And you guys may not agree, but and this is what I mean about kind of letting things, kind of having more depth if it's a show. What happened, which I guess like besides like the coin flip and stuff, I felt like most of that story was like the like typical football story.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just because of like the tie and then they had to go and they just happened to win because and listen, God bless the guys that did it, but most of them didn't do football. Even the ones, I think one made it to Baylor. I think that was Lucas Black's QB, right?
Yeah.
So I thought it was kind of funny because I'm like, well, actually, there's probably 10,000 Texas high schools that probably each have this story.
Yeah.
So I did think it was kind of weird that like nothing like really stuck out and like, why did this catch on? But I guess because of the book. So
yeah.
Anyway. Just should have never been made, but I like it.
Yeah.
just any other football story.
Yeah. Rotten Tomatoes. What are we thinking the critics felt about Friday Night Lights? I will tell you on Rotten Tomatoes, there are 172 reviews from critics across the board. What percentage do you think they rated?
74.
74 from Brandon?
I was going to say 76.
You're both a little under there.
Wow.
Out of the 172 reviews, 82%.
I didn't think it'd be that.
That's surprising for a football movie. Well, I wonder what the highest rated. Did we talk about this on the radio episode? The highest rated football movie actually is?
Oh, no, I don't think we did. And if we did, I've already forgotten it because just like I forgot it radio.
Well, I know that's not it.
No. It's probably Rudy.
I'll look as we go.
Well,
Okay.
then while you're looking that up, let's talk about what the common folks like you and me thought about Friday Night Lights, the popcorn meter. I don't have how many reviews. I'm sure there's like a couple 100,000 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. So what do we think that percentage is?
I'm
just say 85.
I was gonna say 85.
Go ahead.
We'll both say 85.
I'm really good at this. I'm sure you're right.
You would both be correct. 85%.
Yeah.
Boom. Here's what gives it away. If critics liked it at 82, I just would imagine the common fan of football, it had to, I would be shocked if it didn't start with an 8 and it was lower than that.
The highest rated football movie on Rotten Tomatoes is a film called Heaven Can Wait from 1970.
Oh yeah, with Warren Beatty.
With Warren Beatty,
I should have known that.
That's at 86%. There's a couple documentaries up here. They have Jerry Maguire listed as a football movie.
Technically, it is.
And then Friday Night Lights.
And then Any Given Sunday.
Unnecessary Roughness.
Hey, none of these are on here.
I haven't
Little
seen,
Giants.
I'm at 14 and I haven't seen
all right,
either
we can
of
stop.
them yet.
No Rudy?
Rudy is awful, but
right. But
I thought it was well beloved.
But is it?
It is. Yeah, it's up at 7.
Yeah,
I'm surprised. I'm surprised by. You're right. It is beloved.
But is that all of just Notre Dame?
It's propaganda for Notre Dame fans.
Right.
Haters.
But maybe all those reviews also might just be from Notre Dame. It might just be Sean Astin.
It could be
over and over and over.
Any Given Sunday is at 31.
Oh, come on!
And I still haven't gotten to Unnecessary Roughness
or Little Giants.
Any film with Kathy Ireland like half naked kicking a football should be highly rated.
Necessary Roughness is at 45. Just below Radio.
McCash is thinking of the porn Unnecessary Roughness.
Maybe it was called Necessary Roughness. I thought it was unnecessary. I think it is Necessary Roughness.
Isn't it the guy with like Scott Beluga or whoever?
Bakula,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Beluga, that's right.
Which he stars in that same NCIS show as Lucas Black.
It has a 35% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, burn.
Haters.
Burn. That and Geely.
Let's see what else people thought about Unnecessary Rough. Jesus. On Friday Night Lights on Letterboxd. I got a couple of Letterboxd reviews here. Alex gave it 3.5 stars and just simply asked, someone look at me the way Texans look at football.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. And there's some really interesting stuff, I think, thematically about how devoted these people are to high school football and how
it's God.
It is, man. It's crazy.
Which makes, when I was talking about like, a lot of these kind of feel like stereotypes. I have no doubt that, like the Tim McGraw that he plays, like the type of father he plays is very much a real, like I have, without a doubt.
I mean, he's playing a real person. So yeah.
Well, that's true with great hair.
It's interesting how the game of football is so beloved because of it's portrayed as like, well, this is a way out of all of this in one sense, but then in another, it's portrayed as you will never do anything greater in your life than this right now. So enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
And so many people are fixated on it because it is like a reminder of the good old days to them. And there's a lot like we couldn't get out of this town and make it big. So we've got this. This is what we have.
And I think Friday Night Lights is a perfect example of there's nothing else really going on in this town except this game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I did live through high school in a small town, not as small as some of the towns you see in Texas, but when my high school in Tupelo would play other much smaller towns in football, you would drive to those cities to go to the game, and there would be signs up on businesses that says we're closed, going to the game. So what you see in the film actually does happen throughout.
I believe it.
I don't remember that ever happening at Wilson Central High School.
No.
Not in Metro Nashville, no.
And didn't we go our team lost like the first year. Like I don't think the football team won anything in the first year of our sophomore. We were sophomores when it opened.
We were the first sophomore class of Wilson Central. Our football team, if I'm not mistaken, did not win a game until we were seniors.
I think that's right.
And then the year after we graduated, the team won like 10 games and went to the playoffs. And
oh my God, it was us.
It wasn't a state title or anything, but it was a pretty good
Did we
run.
play at Municipal Auditorium or something? Do you think we could have done that?
They do arena ball for the championship.
For high school.
Okay. Well, shoot.
No, they do that at the time it was Tennessee Tech's university or stadium.
Oh God, you had to go to Cookeville.
So another letterbox review here is from Kenley Stubrick.
Oh, I get it.
You get it? You got it? Yeah. 4 stars from Canley, and says, listening to 25-year-old actors asking each other if they feel 17 is true acting.
Hell yeah. They all do look a bit too old to be.
They do. Yeah. There's some...
And I kind of think, but it's not his fault. And I think a lot of people would be jealous of being, if he, 17, but I'm pretty sure Lucas Black like had a beard at like 8. He just looks like he's one of those that he grew a beard before he even like knew how to tie his shoes.
Maybe that was done. Maybe that the casting of these older guys was done on purpose to show how rapidly the pressure of Texas high school football ages people. So,
or maybe they were in their 20s and still in high school because they were stupid. You see?
But
they were great at football.
Yeah, you're held back until you win a state championship.
Exactly.
Billy Bob Thornton was actually 27 in this movie.
So Garrett Hedlund, who played Don Billingsley, the son of Tim McGraw's character, if he was to take his hat or helmet off, you'd probably see that he was really bald too at that time because of the pressures of bringing home a ring. So in the film, spoiler alert, the movie's been 21 years around, so if you haven't seen it yet, that's on you. But at the end of the movie, they make it to the state championship game to take on Dallas Carter, this like behemoth of a team. And then Nate Johnson on Letterboxd gave Friday Night Lights 4.5 stars and says Dallas Carter greater than the 85 Bears.
How about that?
Oh.
They looked like it on film.
I was about to say they looked like an NFL team.
I think they were. I think that was the Houston Texans.
So I remember when the scenes with that team showing up for the first time, you're seeing the players do the walkthrough, and I'm like, these fuckers look 40. These are not high school aged actors by any fucking means.
One of them was Emmitt Smith. He's in the credits.
Yeah, 2004 Emmitt Smith.
Yeah. Him and Deion Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
But that it's as clear as can be that this is kind of the underdog story in a way. But I love when they bring in the opponents and they like there ain't no 17-year-old who looks like that. And if they are, then they would have been suspended a long time ago.
Yeah.
All right. This was an award
winner. Not real.
Yeah, not real at all. What was real was the award this film made. I honestly thought this film was held higher from a critic's aspect because I, for some reason, thought this was mentioned in award season. I didn't think this was just filler throwaway football movie like some are. So when I did the research, having not seen it till this week, I was kind of shocked that with somebody like Billy Bob Thornton in it, it didn't get more critical praise.
I just feel like I've learned throughout the years that these football movies are really hard to pull off at that level of filmmaking. It's just they feel like it feels like critics view them as just like crowd pleasers, and I just there aren't. I mean, we just talked about a movie we've never heard of or barely heard of being the highest rated football film of all time on Rotten Tomatoes. And
I don't think any of the three of us were alive when that film came out.
Yeah. But having nothing of equal quality or better until Friday Night Lights in 2004 and nothing since 2004. I don't know, man. I come back to this take I've been marinating on for months now, probably since the radio episode we did last year, where I just don't think football movies are that good. I think there's a reputation, and I think there's a reputation for them being kind of slop, and there's not a lot of critics that look favorably upon it.
Yeah, I guess you either need Sandra Bullock or Goldie Hawn in your football movie
Yeah.
to get critical praise.
Well, I'd have to disagree because I will say that now I have not watched it either, but Heaven Can Wait when it came out was like that was a big deal. And
Yeah.
that's one of Warren Beatty's, I think, and I think it was nominated for I don't know how much. That and Reds, which I haven't watched either one.
And Shampoo.
And Shampoo, how can I forget? But
Heaven Can Wait was 1978.
Oh
Okay,
my
I was
God.
3.
And I wasn't even thought of.
You were negative a lot.
But this is what I think. But to your point, I do think this is what happens is that I think sometimes a lot of the football movies kind of get lost in with other football movies.
Yeah.
And unless you have, and what McCash was saying is that the football movies that get awards consideration are football movies that doesn't really, it's not actually about the game at all.
Right. Yeah.
Or you have that one showy performance and that's it.
Yeah.
This one doesn't have any of that. It's straight up, it's a drama, but it's football based on real events in a town. And from Billy Bob Thornton to any of the kids, to Derek Tim McGraw, like none of it to me is like, okay, that like,
I mean,
fine.
there's a scene where they're talking about like, well, if it's cover 2, you can still have the star player if you slide this guy over against their Z. Like people, like casual fans, like it goes in depth into the football talk that a lot of people are just kind of like, huh, what?
You look at, these are the 3 things that I look at. Derek Luke, when he got hurt, because we knew that was a big deal, and the season might as well be over.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Bob Thornton's teeth.
Yeah.
And Tim McGraw's hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is like you run into an issue with a lot of these underdog stories where they do kind of blend together and they feel the same. And I think what was different about Friday Night Lights was a lot of the acting was good in it. I felt like some of the characters could have been a little fleshed out a little more.
Yeah.
I'd like to know, like, why was Billingsley's dad the way that he was? What did he go through? How did he get to where he is instead of just
the records weren't selling like he thought they should
being a dick, that sort of thing.
Well, and you can't dig into, like, the thing is also they're trying to cover at least 3 or 4 different guys on top of the town and top what the coach goes through.
Yeah.
And it's an hour and 50 something minutes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, on top of, are they going to make it to the championship? And then you have to watch the championship. So I agree. And that's why, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish
well, I was just going to say, I think a lot of people, especially in this day and age, if you said Friday Night Lights, that I think they think of the show. I don't think anybody thinks of the movie.
Yeah. But I think, like, as for what it was, like, the acting was good. I thought the cinematography was good. Even the score in this film, I think is pretty different from what you feel.
I thought you meant
see.
Like the game scores.
No.
Like,
I mean, like the music.
Yes.
The music, like it feels like this was approached as, let's shine a lens, or let's shine a light on Texas State football. And let's do it. Let's make an actual film and not just like Disney coded dribble stuff.
Yes.
And that's what I think Friday Night Lights, where it excels compared to other football movies, and probably why it's rated so high. But, to the larger point, like, how deep can you go before you start losing the casual audiences?
Right. And there was a lot of football action.
Yeah, there
and
was.
I know
and it was
that
good.
you have to deliver that too. I mean, it's kind of the promise you make. But
but
you're right.
I was going to say real quick that I do believe that when it comes to the football sequences in the film, it's probably some of the best, if not the best, I've seen in any football movie.
I would agree.
Yeah. That and The Water Boy.
Yes.
Don't forget.
That's what you get when you're using 40-something-year-olds to play high school football in a movie.
Ain't that the truth?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
This film did win. Like I mentioned, it won an award. It was the 2005 ESPY winner for Best Sports Movies. I do not know what the other nominees were. There probably wasn't one.
You said it was 2005?
Yeah.
There's the 2005 ESPYs. Is that like the Oscars? Is it 2004?
Well, I'm gonna find out.
Because
I think the
21 years old.
I think the ESPYs are a lot like the WWE Slammies, or they just
Yeah.
make up their own fucking rules as they go.
Yeah.
I don't think they had nominees.
It
I
was
think
just
they just named
named.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, congrats, Peter Berg.
Stoney, you mentioned how the average football fan might have been a little lost in some of the play callings that is described in the film.
Mhm.
When the film opens up and it's the quarterback with his mom and she's reading plays off and he's describing the one, like, I was fucking lost for like the first 8 minutes of the film because
Yeah.
I kept thinking, A, I don't know what these plays are, and B, why does this look like it was shot for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Oh yeah, it is. It's very gritty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
It is.
Texas, baby.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I lived there for 4 years.
But hey, Winchell was he was spouting it off, man. He knew she
He
was
knew.
throwing stuff at him. What if the safety's here? What if the linebacker does
He
this?
ain't no fool.
What formation on this play? And he was checking the boxes.
Yeah. We'll get into fun facts now. So Buzz Bissinger, who wrote the book, we talked about Friday Night Lights, A Town, a Team, and a Dream, which is the film's based on. Him and director and co-writer Peter Berg are cousins in real life.
Oh,
so now we
Nepo.
know. Yeah, now we know how this
Now
thing
I see.
came to fruition.
And then I haven't read the book. I'd like to go back and read it because the book displays several instances of racism and the use of racial slurs towards black players. So when the makers of the movie asked the high school, the real Permian High School, to use all their facilities for authenticity, the school agreed only on the terms that all racism from the book not be included in the film to avoid a negative image of the school in town.
That's really interesting because Friday Night Lights, you can tell they flirt with the issues of racism and they never really go full bore into it. And it was kind of one of those things that I was rewatching it here at 39 years old, thinking like, there's no way that it was like
this welcoming to
It's like there's some racism here that the film's not portraying.
And you know what? I think it's a shame that they tell this story but to use the facilities, they leave out, I'm sure, a very critical part where a lot of those real players are like, well, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Watching it. I mean,
yeah. I thought you were about to say, you know what? I think it's a shame that racism. And I was going to say, I agree, Brandon. I agree.
That's a damn shame.
I also wonder if there were elements in the book about homosexuality, because in the beginning of the film, I get the vibe that the quarterback, because he's asked about a girlfriend, this and that, and then they end up at that party. He hooks up with Amber Heard, and it seems like reluctantly he just did it to get people off his back, if you will. Because I was wondering if maybe the character or the real life person was in fact gay.
Yeah, because she says, "Are you gay?" And then she turns to the other guy and was like, "Is he gay?" And I'm just like,
"That's right."
What? Like
that did seem weird.
A little out of
I'll
place
be honest,
here.
I didn't pick up. I just thought that scene was weird.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden she like turns like.
And it's almost like you've got to like prove to. She says, "Can you prove it?"
Yeah.
It's like, prove to me that you're not gay, and he does it. So I mean, maybe there was something there where the town.
Because they have to leave that out too.
They were whispering about the quarterback.
And I also want to mention that it didn't seem he had good cardio, because after the sex scenes, they're at that bathroom mirror and he's huffing and puffing.
He's tired.
Let's say if he wants a scholarship.
Well, here's the thing. he proved it. He proved it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we don't know how long they were going too.
Yeah.
To be fair.
I mean, when you were 17, how long were you going?
I don't know that I was going at all.
Like our hand, or what do you mean? I'm confused.
I'll let you fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
We mentioned Dallas Carter High earlier, and although they did win the 1998 state championship, due to grade tampering, among other violations, probably age violations, Carter High was stripped of their 5A state title and then was awarded to runner-up Converse Judson. So my question is, why is Converse Judson winning and not Permian?
That's a good question. It's another coin toss.
Yeah.
So in real life, there are 3 football teams in Odessa, Texas that call Ratliff Stadium their home: the Permian High School Panthers, the Odessa High School Broncos, and the Division II University of Texas of the Permian Basin Falcons.
Huh.
That's a mouthful right there.
I was about to say some of these school names. There's something else.
I've never known a high school and college to share like a stadium or court or anything.
Yeah, I can't say that I have either.
Not at
Off
all.
the top of my head, anyway.
So there was a lot of stuff excluded from the book by the behest of the high school. But another thing that's not true is in the film, the final score of the matchup versus Dallas Carter was 34-28. But in real life, that was incorrect, as the final score of the real game was 14-9.
Oh, but they got to flare it up for the movies. They got to add some highlights.
Listen,
Defense wins championships in real football, but in television and movies, offense is what sells tickets.
We need fireworks.
That's right. Yeah. I just want to say,
what have
in
you
these
been
past 2 minutes,
I thought you fell asleep.
I looked up Mike Winchell. Is he gay?
Yeah.
And apparently he's not in real life. But then I saw where somebody said that what they got from it is that his focus was primarily on getting a football scholarship as well as taking care of a sick grandma. That it's not a high priority for him given the way that football consumes your life in Odessa. But I also read a quote where he said he was talking about how basically like his abilities at Baylor like declined. Like he just didn't have it. And he said one day I'm throwing like Roger Staubach and the next I'm throwing like Roger Rabbit.
Damn.
So booyah, he's straight.
That'll do it then.
Can we have a segment of that from here on out? We'll pick different people that they played and be like, oh, he's gay or she's straight.
The straightest thing a man can do is throw a football like Roger Rabbit.
Robert Rabbit.
What?
And prove to Amber Heard that he can have sex. You threw like Robert Rabbit? Is that who you said? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. He played for the he played for the Falcons, right?
Yeah.
So I'm put in a blender right now. How you got to Robert Rabbit out of Roger Rabbit.
And Roger Staubach. I don't really know what happened there.
Yeah.
That takes me back to Canley Stubrick.
That's true. Yeah.
It's gonna be a new letterbox name for
That's
somebody.
what
Robert Rabbit.
You take 4 Claritin, things happen.
Yeah.
Things just happen.
Boogie Miles was a larger than life persona in person in real life. After his injury, Miles was the target of racial epithets and was told that he should be shot like an animal after being injured. Mind you, he's a 17-year-old kid when this happens. And after a fight with his uncle LV, who I think the actor that played the uncle in the film was fantastic. He was probably my favorite character in the whole film. But after their fight, Miles moved out, and with Chris Comer taking his place at fullback, Miles never played again, obviously, for Permian High School. And that injury was nasty, and the fact that they tried to hide it and come back in technically a week, which I think turned into closer to a month, was just absurd.
Yeah,
but it's kind of a testament to the desperation.
Yeah,
it's like I've got.
There's nothing else in life.
There's nothing else in life. That scene where they're in the car and he tells him, "I wanted to buy you a house." Oh my God, that wrecked me.
Derek Luke is good.
He is good. And
he's really good.
It's wild because he had shown throughout the entire movie this big bravado, this confidence and everything, and that was a moment when it was very intimate. It was private. It was just the two of them. And he finally just completely broke. And it was so heartbreaking to see that.
The way he did it reminds me so much of, oh my God, just Deion Sanders when he was with the Cowboys. There's so much flash,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, and I mean, and you kind of saw it. Like, I mean, there's a little bit of Lawrence Taylor in there too, I think, and Peyton Manning.
Yeah, right. Big personality.
Big personality. Peyton Manning.
Real flashy, you know. Yeah. But yeah, man, Derek Luke, he had. I think I liked his stuff the most, only because I think that really kind of encaptured what that game meant to those kids. Like, I know you kind of, you know, with Tim McGraw's and all of that, but like that to me was one of those like that was a way out. But he also wanted, because as flashy as he was, he wanted to take care of his family, and there's nothing like kind of that untapped potential because of injuries that end up taking you away from saying what could have been.
Well, you think about it, man, it's a beautiful game that can provide a lot for a lot of people, but it can also be incredibly cruel, and it can all be taken away from you in an instant.
Well, and I think, what's amazing to me is like there are names I hear and I'm like, oh yeah, but then like they only played like 6 years.
Yeah.
Like they actually didn't play. Is McCash growling at me? Oh my God. Can I not talk about football?
My dog Paisley's been asleep by my side the whole fucking time, and now she hears somebody outside and she's losing her fucking mind. My apologies.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I just it's crazy because like besides like I guess like Tom Brady and some of them, like not big names, but then you're like, oh, like they had a peak of 3 years. And it's crazy.
Yeah, I watched a YouTube documentary this week on like where some of the players are now in real life. A good number of them have passed away, sadly. And then what some of them did following football, like Boogie actually spent time in jail for a while for some aggravated assault or things like that. I forget which in detail.
Did he play football in there?
He went to, if I remember correctly, he did not play. No, the longest yard is not based on Boogie's time in prison. He did end up in college at a smaller college and played for a little bit, but I don't think anything became of it.
It's still making it to college.
Pretty good. He tried.
Yeah. But there's also a 30 for 30 documentary, not on the team Permian High School, but on the Dallas Carter Cowboys. After they won the state championship in '88, which we said had to be forfeited, a number of the players from that team would go on to get involved in armed robberies and later sent to prison. And the 30 for 30 documentary is called What Carter Lost, as told by players and coaches from the team, that tells the story of everything that went on during that school year.
To Brandon's point, every team in Texas has a story.
There you go.
For some reason, we fixated on this.
I want a 30 for 30 on Tim McGraw's character.
I need a Friday Night Lights universe.
Yeah.
Just go down the line of every high school in Texas.
Of team in that year.
Yeah. And then Legend.
Listen, but hold on. If we do this, Billy Bob Thornton has to come back. I got to have all the original people, including Lucas Black.
What if we take the cast from the film and the TV show and merge it all together?
Oh, hell, now it's going to be too confusing.
That's a multiverse.
Connie Britton is going to have to play two different people. That's no. Yeah.
I think she's got the chops for it. Legend has it that the infamous Mojo chant and battle cry of the Permian Panthers that's reverberated throughout the film originated when a group of alumni from the school attended a game in Abilene and started chanting "Go Joe" for one of their players, but other fans misheard it as Mojo.
Wow.
Oh.
Funny how things start organically like
that.
Had no idea.
Like we mentioned about the TV show, the film earned a spin-off television show that debuted on October 3rd, 2006, just 2 years later. The show would run for 76 episodes over 5 seasons, and I have seen 0 of the 76.
I didn't realize it started soon after, within a couple of years. I was thinking it was like more of like 5, 6, 7 years, but wow.
Yep. The show kept the premise of the film, but none of the real-life characters were included in the show. Connie Britton was cast as the coach's wife, but did not play the real-life Sharon Gaines. Her new character's name was Tammy Tyler, the wife of head coach Eric Tyler. And the Eric Tyler character basically replaced Coach Gary Gaines, played by Billy Bob Thornton.
Is it the same team? Is it the Panthers?
I would imagine. I don't know, really.
I have no idea.
I'll be honest. I don't know if it is, because I want to say that the team's colors are like blue. I feel like from scenes I've seen, they're all in blue. So, and it's not possible that the team changed colors. So it's probably a different team.
It probably is.
Makes sense.
But the TV show also did feature an up-and-coming cast, including Minka Kelly, Alicia Witt, and Michael B. Jordan.
How about that?
I know one of them.
I know all three.
He's in that new vampire movie.
And I will say one of the three lives in Nashville.
Mika,
No.
Michael,
No.
Allison.
Alicia.
Okay.
Alicia Witt.
Dang, close.
Yeah.
Oh, Adrian Palicki has a credit on Friday Night
She was
Lights.
in I think 56 of the 76 episodes or something like that.
How about that? Do you remember who that is? You got to talk to her and interview her.
Yes, I do.
Okay, you really did not remember who that was. Cool. That's awesome.
She's in Quasi.
Yeah.
That's
right. All right. Real quick, I've got a couple of things before we get out of here. We got some coulda, woulda, shouldas. Not for the cast, but for direction of the film.
Oh, okay.
You mean his cousin couldn't?
Yeah.
His cousin wanted someone else?
Peter Berg was not the first or second choice for Friday Night Lights.
Ouch.
Alan J. Pakula was originally set to direct the film before he died. And he directed Pelican Brief, All the President's Men, and Sophie's Choice.
Oh no, he's way too sophisticated.
Well, maybe this would have gotten some Oscar buzz with a different director.
That's true. But you know what happened? Billy Bob Thornton would have been replaced with Robert Redford.
That'd have been fine too.
There you go.
I think that might could hit.
Might could hit. Another director that was originally attached to the film before Peter Berg came on would have gotten some Oscar hype for it as well, and that's Texas's very own Richard Linklater.
Wow.
He dropped out when the studio started cutting the budget to the film.
Get it to 30 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see that. I feel like Peter Berg was probably it's probably the right guy. Especially, I think he's from Texas too, isn't he?
I cannot tell you where
There's
Peter
a cousin.
Berg is from.
His cousin must be from Texas, so come on.
Let's see, born in New York.
Perfect. Perfect for Texas.
He didn't grow up in Texas, though.
That's northern Texas.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to pretend he loves Texas, but I think he did a great job with it. I think the other two, again, it's kind of the same discussion each time. It would have been a different kind of film. For better or for worse, it would have been different.
So that's really all I have note-wise for Friday Night Lights. Do we have any favorite scenes or quotes or anything we want to talk about before we get to our Mount Rushmore?
The scene where the guy approaches Winchell and company at the drive-in diner, I guess, and wants a picture with him and tells him after this it's nothing but babies and memories.
Yeah.
Don't waste it.
He was on to something.
Coach Gaines saying there's not much difference in winning and losing is pretty profound stuff.
I like that one.
He says there's not much difference in winning and losing except for how the outside world treats you. Inside you, it's about all the same. And I think it's really funny because it does point out how so much of football is about the process, the routine, and any coach will tell you that it is that grind. And so many games kind of do come down to a razor thin margin between winning and losing, but the grind keeps on. So from in the building, from that perspective, it's all really the same, but the results dictate how the outside world treats you. I thought that was a pretty profound comment to have there about how seriously people outside of the sport take it and how even keeled most people in the sport are about it. And then Tim McGraw's character, we just keep calling him Tim McGraw.
Yeah, who cares?
Billingsley is the last name.
Says you got one stinking year to make some memories. It's all gone after that. Yeah. I thought, man, that's sad for a 17-year-old to hear.
Yeah. The I actually really like the ending where the guys are moving on and he's taking off. Coach Gaines is taking off the nameplates, and you see it going with all of his, the playbooks and everything. It's almost like you have these relationships. I mean, you have these. You're trying to make them into good young men, and as they go on to either job, school, whatever. But it's almost like, to your point, it's then they reset and they do it all over again. Which then come to find out, the very next year they went to the championship and won it. So
Yeah.
Yep.
they just needed to get rid
Absolutely.
of some of those people, I guess.
It was just like Tennessee against Nebraska. They just had to get rid of Peyton Manning to win a
That's
national
it.
championship.
That's all it was.
That's all they had
all
to
it was.
do.
All it was.
Thanks,
Yeah.
T. Martin.
I will say one last
Was
note.
it?
You're talking about some of the quotes and shit. The speech at halftime of the championship game that Billy Bob Thornton gives was well written out by Peter Berg and the other writer, and Billy Bob Thornton had a really close friend of his kind of double cross him, stab him in the back, like around the time of the filming of this film. And he was so, hurt on the inside that he just asked Peter, he's like, could I take a stab at basically improving it, which he ended up doing. That's what they used in the film because he had so much pain on the inside that he wanted to get out.
Man.
Wow. And I actually appreciated it because it's not the usual halftime
Rah-rah.
speech you see, in these kinds of movies. So I actually was like, I like that. I like that different approach. Which makes me wonder if that's probably what the speech was until he brought a piece of it with him and did it that way. But it fits. Yeah, it fits.
All right, so let's try to get out of here real quick. Our favorite fictional coaches, not football coaches, just coaches that we have loved over the years that maybe have taught us a thing or two.
I'm going to go. I took a comedic approach to this.
Okay.
I'm going to go Coach Klein from The Waterboy.
Okay.
I'm going to go Jackie Moon from Semi-Pro.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Patches O'Houlihan from Dodgeball.
Oh, yeah.
You can dodge a wrench.
And Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso to me is the GOAT fictional coach.
I did, and you know what? I almost did that one, but I kind of went with like what I remember from like the good old days.
Yeah.
And coach I think is a loose term. But I have Mickey from Rocky.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mickey Goldmill.
Yeah.
That's a good
I
one.
have Gordon Bombay, Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks, yeah.
I have this one's going to sound strange, but it's sort of in line with Mickey, Mr. Miyagi from The Karate Kid.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And
life coach.
My personal favorite is Jimmy D from A League of Their Own.
All right.
With Tom Hanks.
So all of mine but one have been named so far. Ted Lasso is the GOAT of all fictional coaches. There's just no way. I do have Jimmy Duggan from A League of Their Own, aka Tom Hanks, and Mickey Goldmill from the Rockies 1 and 2. But my one that hasn't been mentioned is Morris Buttermaker from the Bad News Bears.
How about that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Walter Matthau was phenomenal in that role.
Oh, we weren't talking about Billy Bob Thornton in the remake.
No, by no means.
I thought you
The
were bringing
OG.
it full circle.
No.
Yeah, no, I like that one. Parts of me wanted to do Pacino from Any Given Sunday, just because it's so over the top, but that's Oliver Stone. And you know what? I just want to give a shout out to Nick Nolte and Blue Chips.
There you go.
That's fair. That's a good film.
Shout out.
My honorable mention was going to be Goldie Hawn from Wildcats. I thought she was really good in that.
I never saw that.
Not a fan of female actresses.
Okay, good.
Sorry.
Oh boy.
I chose men.
That's well established.
I've never seen that. I don't think I've ever seen Wildcats.
It's really good. Yep. It's no Private Benjamin, but it's one of my favorite Goldie Hawn performances.
I was going to say, yeah, Private Benjamin and what's that other one? Overboard, where her and Kurt met. I can't get into it. They're too adorable.
Yeah. Anything else, gentlemen, before we get out of here? I've said all I can say about Friday Night Lights, I think.
I've emptied the clip on this film.
Yeah. No, I'd like to end with Goldie Hawn.
That's fair. There would be worse things to happen in life than ending with Goldie Hawn.
You got 1 year. You got 1 year to make memory. This is it, 2025.
Don't waste it.
That's right.
Can you be perfect?
Can you be perfect?
Yep. Guys, check us out on Nashville Movie Dispatch, where you can find all of our work, as well as SoBrosNetwork.com. Most importantly, subscribe to Drinking With wherever you get your podcast fix. Leave us a rating and review so we know what you think about the show, and let us know what movies turning 21 that you would like us to discuss. Gentlemen, please tell these fine folks where they can find you on the interwebs.
At Stoney Keeley on Twitter, at Sobros Network. No, that's not right. At Stoney Keeley everywhere now.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And at Sobros Network.
There you go. At Sir Brandon V on Twitter, Sir Brandon on Letterboxd, and NashvilleMovieDispatch.substack.com for everything.
You can find me on X at MC_Cash75, on Letterboxd at Simply Stephen McCash. And cheers to another episode of Drinking With, where we've explored the films that have come of age just like a fine wine. As we raise our glasses to movies turning 21, we've laughed, reminisced, and maybe shed a tear or two over the timeless classics. So until next time, may your drinks be cold, your conversations lively, and your movie nights unforgettable. Drink responsibly. Remember, age is just a number, but great films are forever. We'll see you next time, because spooky season's right around the corner, but I've got to go. I got to return some videotapes.